Boom, baby, we're live. Welcome to Interview with the Man. It is me, MLD, and we are rocking and rolling with today's Red Pill Sunday Sermon. We're coming back. We're doing another coverage of the Proverbs 31 woman, which is in the good old book, the old Bible. We're going to talk about this because I think there's a lot of negativity out in this space and in the world in general. Guys are just pretty black-pilled about women in general, and that's just not the case. Real quick, the greatest ally and asset you can ever have in this world is a good woman that loves you, cares about you, and is 100% in your frame and on the same team as you. We have seen so many guys get caught up with terrible women. We saw what happened with Destiny on yesterday's stream, which broke well over 500 live viewers and has over 11,000 views right now, which is good for the channel. Metric wise, again, I wish no ill will upon Destiny, but you sow what you reap, and hey, karma comes for everybody. So that being said, we're going to talk about the good side of female nature and what it takes to do that. But before we get going, don't forget, December 28th, Body Language Mastery 4.0 is coming. We just booked the model. The filming is going down on the 18th. We're filming it really 10 days before launch, so we're going to get the most up-to-date data as humanly possible and quantifying it in this course. This will be my newest, my latest, and greatest course. You are not going to want to miss out on this. Get on the waiting list right now, and I'll show you a little quick preview of what's coming on December 28th. My name is Jonathan, and I used to be just like you. I was just an average guy that wanted to date a few nice women so I could find what I liked and just move on with my life. I numbed myself with distractions so I could ease the pain, but in reality, it really never went away. Without any help, it's just not that easy. And even like you, I looked for answers online, but the results were hard to find.
If you sun your balls, there is a study. It's an older...
A 3-pack for $29.95. Famous Bad Boy series Bond 2. Ladies find this pleasing.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
I didn't want to take sides in some stupid online argument. I wanted results, and after years of failure, I found the one secret thing that changed it all.
Welcome aboard.
After learning this skill, my eyes were open to a whole new secret world that only a few people will ever see. I went from having no confidence to having pure, undeniable proof that I could find women anywhere in the world that were totally into me. So of course, naturally, I became more confident. I went from a confused and lonely guy to a man with so many options that I literally cannot date them all. See what you just saw? It may look like a commercial, but that is my reality. I see a world that nobody can see through the secrets of understanding body language. Now ask yourself a question. How long are you going to wait and go through those lonely nights, endless rejections, and feeling insignificant until you decide to take action and change your life today? I've been doing this since 2019. And I have thousands of men that have changed their lives from Tokyo to Tampa, from Chicago to Saigon. There's only one name in the game, and that's me, MLD. Join us in the Masculine Empowerment Network, and we'll change your life today. That's right. That's right. That's right. So go down right now to the masculineempowermentnetwork.com or just scan that QR code right there in the upper right-hand corner to get on the waiting list. The waiting list had a gigantic jump from yesterday's stream. We had more than 25 people get on the waiting list in one day. So we are currently at 77 brand new people on the waiting list just in less than 1 week. That doesn't include the hundreds of people that have been waiting on this since the beginning of the year, because we only did one Masculine Empowerment Network enrollment this year. This is going to be a great one. We are starting off the year very, very, very strong. We are ending the year strong on December 28th when people get locked and loaded. And then we are also going to be starting the year strong with the live webinars that are going to be all a part of the entire course this time through. Real quick, I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, because I want to make it very, very clear and easy, because a lot of people out there, they want more information, and we're going to provide it for you right here. So first things first, just take a quick look at the screen with me right here. This is everything that you're going to be getting on the course right here. Okay. So not only are you getting a full course, okay, you're going to be getting all of these bonuses totally for free. Okay. So number one, you get Body Language Mastery 4.0. This is a video training guide to read a woman's body language to know if she's interested in you or if she's not. That way you can protect yourself from women who are, you know, going to be out here using you for things other than genuinely wanting to be with a man like you. In addition to that, this will help you from, like, you know, over pursuing girls, because a lot of guys get in trouble with, you know, SA accusations and HR trouble and stuff, because they kind of go after a girl and they don't really understand when she's like telling you no and like sub communicating it, and they just keep pushing forward, and it causes you to get in a lot of trouble. Save yourself the time and struggle. Don't end up on some fucking list. Okay. Get this course, take a look at this, and this way you'll have such a, like, you literally will see a whole new world once you understand the secrets of understanding body language and reading into these things. And you have to understand this too. Women intuitively have these skills. You as a man, you don't. Okay. But I'm going to show you what I've learned from all these years in a single course that's going to make it very, very easy for you to understand. I'm talking, you're going to watch the course, and by the time you're done with the course, literally it's an hour worth of content. After that hour, the whole perception that you have of reality is going to be changed. In addition to that, we're going to have 20 webinars with experts in money, muscles, game, and frame. These are live presentations given on Zoom, so you can tune in with your phone, your iPad, your computer, your laptop. I recommend computer or laptop and a notepad to really maximize the learning abilities of yourself when you're watching these webinars. And then these are also stored on a gigantic database. So if you can't watch them all, because 20 is a lot, I mean, it's literally 40 plus hours of coaching, 40 plus hours of live interactive coaching that you're going to be getting. Okay. It is unbelievable the quality of men that we have in here, both teachers and learners. You're also going to be joining 100 plus guys that have been putting in the work and been grinding it out since they joined in April. Okay. You're going to be joining a whole community. This thing is already up and roaring. You're not going to be alone. And everybody in the community is cool. We have a very strict code of conduct. We don't insult any new members. We don't do any of that nonsense. Okay. If you're a guy and you're alone and you're trying to figure this stuff out and you're frustrated, you're angry, you're getting anxiety, you're getting depression, you know, you just feel hopeless, I'm telling you, it is not hopeless. We live in the best time to be alive right now. Our community, we are knocking it out the park. All right. You will be no different. You do what we say, we got you in there. How are you going to manage that community? How are you going to be part of it? Right there in the secure Telegram chat, number 4. Okay. And then at the end of every month, January, February, and March, these are completely free. You can get 3 end of the month checkup calls with me, MLD, and my team of experts. So scan that QR code or just go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com and get on the waiting list. We have an update on the schedule. I'm going to show you as we continue on. We're also going to be bringing these members live on the show to talk with you and to show you guys all of the uncensored, unfiltered answers to your problems. We're going to knock it right out the park for you guys. This thing is going to be filling up quickly as well. So if you take a look at the screen, we're going to share it right now. And you're going to see exactly, because it's funny, like a lot of guys think that this is just like about getting girls. It's the total package, man. We're going to show you how to make money. We're going to show you how to get a good job. We're going to show you how to maximize the income that you're making right now, the whole 9 yards. Okay. So this is a schedule. We're filling it out. See, you see it's color coordinated. So if it's green, it's related to money. If it's yellow, it's related to muscles. If it's red, it's related to game. And if it's purple, it's related to frame. Okay. So me, MLD, I'm going to start out with the most important thing, because there's so many fucking scams going on in this corner of the internet. And I just realized that this year. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to start off strong, how not to get scammed. And this is just good life advice in general, how not to get scammed. Okay. So that's going to be my presentation. I'm back on the 10th because people keep asking me about cryptocurrency. I'm going to be talking about the truth about cryptocurrency and the raw, hardcore truth about it all. Okay. That's what we're going to be talking about with the upcoming bull market. Because if you're paying attention to what's happening in the market, it's waking up. It's totally waking up, man. There are opportunities right now, and we have some serious, we have some serious opportunities ahead of the curve right now. And I'm looking at the competitors, and nobody is talking about what we're doing. We have a very unique model. We'll be talking about that on that Wednesday morning. Ryan Fowler will be talking about overcoming procrastination and self-sabotage, the really important concept, inner game. We're going to be talking about that. And then Red Pill Thor is going to talk, and we're going to talk about that later this week as well, on creating a dominant masculine presence, how to be a real dominant, strong, present man, so that you can actually go through this life and have to, not worry about being taken advantage of, being bullied, not getting what you want out of life, all of these things and so much more. And then Ryan Apollo is known as Elevate Cyber. Okay, Elevate Cyber is going to be talking about how to get a 6-figure remote job in 8 months. That is not a lie. He is a graduate of our program. He signed up in 2019, and he has checked every single box. Money, muscles, game, frame. He's in a very happy relationship. He has a great girlfriend. He is doing 6 figures in his job, and he's also doing 6 figures in his side hustle. Elevate Cyber. Elevate like elevator. Elevate Cyber on YouTube. If you don't believe me, he's going to be on the show this week as well. We're getting guys jobs left and right, remote jobs. And with cybersecurity, dude, these salaries go all the way up to $300,000, $400,000 a year. Okay. One of our guys is in the community. He worked 5 to 15 hours a week, and he's pulling in $210 base salary plus 6 figures in incentives, stock options, etc. Yes, you heard me correctly. Okay. This schedule is going to be jam-packed because me and my community, me and the leaders at the Masculine Empowerment Network, we know we don't fight for clout. We don't fight for relevancy. The only thing we fight for is we fight for you, because none of this changes if you don't change. And we want to incentivize you to get off your butt and get out here. And yes, you're going to have to do the work. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be very difficult at times. But I'm telling you what, the life of being a loser, the life of living paycheck to paycheck, the life of being fat and unhappy, the life of being alone, living in shame, addicted to pornography, addicted to drugs, addicted to gambling, addicted to prostitutes, addicted to all these terrible things that are ruining your life, and they're ruining your life. We are going to do our best to help set you free, okay? Because there's light at the end of the tunnel, and it is totally possible. Me and my team of experts, we've been doing this since 2019, okay? You're never going to see me on here debating somebody. Let's have a debate. Let's fucking be useless. It's retardation. We're not gonna say or talk about manosphere politics. What do you think about this influencer? What do you think about that? No. We're going to talk about the only thing that matters, which is you right there. You sitting there, right there. Sitting there on your couch, at work, on the gym, driving in your truck, driving in your car, working, whatever you're doing right now. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for making the time investment in watching this channel and making the time investment in yourself. This is not a game. This is not some LARPing thing. This isn't some fake internet like party. This is a group and a community of men who want to better themselves, who want to level up in life. And that's what you're going to see. This channel is dedicated to that and that only. Okay. So if you're interested, the QR code is right here. Scan that QR code, go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com, get on the waiting list, And on December 28th, write it down in your calendar, write it down on your refrigerator, write it down, shave it into your pet's fucking head. I don't care. Just do whatever you need to do to get in there and start 2024 off with a mega bang. Okay. Because that's what we're going to be doing here. So appreciate you guys all for being with me today. The chat is on fire. What is up to everybody? Looks like a lot of good people in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Yep. Aaron says 5 to 15 hours a week for 210. Jesus Christ. Yep. Absolutely. It's real. All this, like, I see what's happening with the state of the online men's self-improvement place. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing what I do, which is putting out content that is going to edify your life, that is going to truly, concretely, and irrefutably change your life. Okay. Wait until I start collecting my video testimonials and I put it on my website. You'll start seeing. But the reason why I was late today is because I was doing my monthly coaching. Okay. There's a guy in there where we're putting together a sales plan right now that this dude is going to be pulling in like potentially millions. He's already pulled in a lot of money and what he's doing. And it is cryptocurrency related. He is killing the game and he's in his mid-20s. He is murdering the game. And he is just such a good student. He listens to what I say. There's no pushback. There's no argument. There's none of that. Other guys, another guy just joined coaching because he disappeared last year. He came back. He's like, hey, man, I got like a really great job. I'm trying to make 6 figures now. He's like right at the cusp of 6 figures, has a happy, successful relationship with his girlfriend. And before he came, had no girlfriend, had no money, not in the best shape mentally. He's a completely changed individual now. And he's getting ready to look at, moving to Dubai and scaling his business because he's like, this upper 5-figure job is not for me, and he's also in his mid-20s. He's like, I'm out here to make 6 figures and I'm going to shoot for the million. And he's going to do it. He's absolutely going to do it. He does exactly what I said. And what's funny is he started where it counts. He started on the inner game, So we are looking really good here with the receipts of men in the Masculine Empowerment Network. And I'm just so proud of you guys. I just want to say I really am super proud of you guys for all of the, the work, the dedication, the consistency in showing up. Really appreciate you guys all for being here. We're live on Rumble as well. Don't forget to get on the Telegram Alerts channel as well. The Telegram Alerts is a very, very valuable asset where we are going to be putting out the broadcast there as well. Apologize for being a little late today. Like I said, we were running late on the monthly coaching, but let's get rocking and rolling, baby. So I want to talk to you guys about, what we got going on here in life. And this, the whole state of like, guys just trying to figure out their dating life. That's the biggest thing. Guys trying to figure out their dating life. And I think that, in today's climate right now, especially if you're living in the West, well, I got to say there is, you're stepping into a minefield right now. You are, if you're not ready to get out there and talk with girls, right? And really learn this thing. It's honestly, statistically speaking, it's only a matter of time before you get tangled up with the bad girls. I mean, there's so many things out there that are, not going to be that are not beneficial for you whatsoever. And there's literally $1 billion businesses set up around men's ignorance with women. Like, the entire divorce court system in the United States of America, right? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry that is set up to completely wreck families, completely wreck men, literally financially enslave these men to women that are vindictive individuals. And when you have a whole culture that is constantly telling, women to not get out there and not be a good individual, to like basically you can do whatever you want, and if anybody tells you no, you're a terrible individual. Whoever tells you no, you're a terrible individual. Okay. Even if you look at like the terms of service on TikTok, you can say whatever thing you want to say on TikTok about men. But the moment you start to criticize women or say anything, they quickly come to shut you down. And if you really look at the deep nitty gritty of it, right? Wake up. When you look at the makeup of the whole thing, it is engineered by China to demoralize America, and it's working. It's working. Like that's why you see, like, the famous Twitter account Libs of TikTok, right? Libs of TikTok. It's so funny because they're just like fully exposing like the insanity, insanity of what is being pushed upon the youth and people in America. Okay. Think about that for a second. It has become like a gigantic cultural phenomenon to look at Libs of TikTok. They have 2.7 million subscribers on X. That's them right there. And you can just see located in the depths of hell. It started by a woman too. Big ups on her. And they've started like dox her. They've tried to expose her. I mean, this thing is engineered to push this filth forward and ruin our culture, and looks like Alex Jones is coming back to fucking wow. That's a victory. But if you say anything to criticize women on any other platform, shout out to Elon Musk for buying Twitter and doing the right thing. If you get if you do anything that online and then you just try to like say anything that's not like endlessly jacking women off, you get labeled
cyber misogyny.
I think we're going to talk about how they put like the Manosphere as like a terrorist watch list as well. So, oh boy, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. But I want to talk about, circling back on this, the good thing about life, which is men and women coming together and having something. Because all the money in the world, all the hoes in the world, all that stuff, it doesn't matter at all if it doesn't matter if you have a good one, if you don't have anybody to go home to at night, in my opinion. Like all these guys are like, oh, it doesn't matter if you have a woman in your life or not. Like, we'll die alone as it is. It's just like, bro, can you just take your fucking depression elsewhere? Okay. No. It's not okay to be just thinking you're gonna go through life and, in my opinion, give up one of the best things that life has to offer, which is a relationship with women. I mean, every guy that I know is every guy is like, every guy that I know that likes chicks is just who's a content creator. Like they love women. They love being around women. They treat women well. Like, it's a big difference there. In these like hate-filled channels like the Black Pill or like in MGTOW, like they have a hatred. They have a disdain for women, and it's just not healthy whatsoever. It is literally not healthy at all. It is honestly terrible. If you're going to ask me, it's just really just terrible. I think men and women are better together, and that's what we do here on the Modern Life Dating channel. this brand. We want to bring you guys together. And that's why I say in the beginning of the show, I say, learn dating, figure it out, and move on with your life. Because if you're going to endlessly chase women, a couple things can happen. One, you're going to become jaded and you're going to become like just black pilled about relationships because you're just exposing yourself to a negative series of events by engaging in this constant hookup culture. And two, you're going to waste your time. You're going to waste your money. You're going to waste your energy. You're going to waste valuable calories. Calories, Jesus Christ, the most valuable thing in my life right now on just chasing crazy women. You know what I mean? So in Proverbs 31, it talks about a really, really good thing. It talks about having a good wife and a good woman in your life. And you don't have to get married. I don't believe in state-oriented marriages because, you know, at any point she can just step out on you. But I would say that I ultimately think marriage is a good thing, but the state contract is not. Okay, I definitely do not agree with the state contract of marriage. It's unfair. Bottom line is it's just unfair. But the quality of your life will go up because also, if you want to do something big with your life, right? Look at all these people who have done something very, very big with their life, right? Look at Conor McGregor and Devlin. Devlin is probably like wife of the fucking century because she supported Conor McGregor from day one, and she was down, she was helping him, but Conor was on his purpose. Okay, for you, a lot of lazy guys out there, like, yeah, I want a girl that has a job. Yeah, I want a girl that fucking makes more money than me, because these guys are lazy fucking, for lack of a better word, losers that want to freeload off of her. But if you're a guy that is on your purpose and your goal is to set out to do something big with your life, whatever your case may be, starting a business, getting really fit, winning a competition, whatever the case may be, okay, having a good woman in your corner is the ultimate asset, in my opinion. You can't buy that feminine healing, that feminine grace, just like that comfort, that peace, that serenity that a good woman brings into your life. And I think a lot of guys have a lot of bad exposure to women. You know, a lot of guys just, their exposure to women is what they see in the Freshest Fit podcast. And that's just like a very negative sample size because those girls are fucking literally, majority of them are like crazy Miami hoes. So don't let that be your experience. And that's not a dig at Fresh Fit or anything like that. But what that is it is it's a dark side. It's a looking at the lower half of female society, quite frankly. Are there some good women on there? For sure. But get out there in the real world, get out there and talk to women. And this is a problem you can fix. Okay. I don't believe in giving yourself excuses. I don't believe in limiting yourself. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you're black, Asian, white, fucking Arab, whatever race that you may use as an excuse, it doesn't matter. Okay. If you've ever seen an ugly dude with a beautiful woman, you too can be that ugly dude with a beautiful woman. If you just learn a little bit of game, a little bit of frame, get your shit together, because women don't want to be a loser. It's that simple. Okay. So let's go to Proverbs 31. If you get your Bible at home, whip it out. Okay. Because I want to talk about this. This is just like a really good just benchmark for good women. And again, I'm not throwing there's no shade at Destiny or anything like that, but obviously he saddled up with a dirtbag woman, and that is throwing shade at Melina. She is a dirtbag woman. Okay. I saw it the moment I met her. Man, the moment I met her, I was so underimpressed. I was like, this yellow toothed little fucking hag is what, if she has an army of simps. I was like, God, women got life on easy mode. But in the end, look at her now. She built her entire brand off of stealing viewers and stealing relevance from Destiny after he had done so much work streaming, you know, he's been streaming like 10 years, you know, and you know, say what you want to say about the guy, but he has built a pretty decent following online, and he is smart enough to have done that, right? So you can't take anything away from the guy. He did very well for himself. You got to give credit where credit's due. And you know, but when you bring a Jezebel, when you bring like an evil whore into your life, Look at the poor guy. I mean, I think he's like asking people for like prescription drugs on Twitter right now. Really sad. Like, first of all, that's illegal. Second of all, I mean, come on, man. Like, Jesus Christ, that's just sad. I feel bad for the guy. But as a grown man, you got to live with the consequences of your actions. Yeah, and it is what it is. So let's take a look here. We're going to follow along here, and I want to break this down a little bit one by one. Okay. So if you want to go to BibleGateway.com, it's free. Okay. And it starts at Proverbs 31, chapter 10. And for you guys that never been here, Red Pill Sunday Sermon, it's like the hardcore people who really want to get their stuff together. Let this just kind of be, your kind of ending graceful point of your night. And I just really want to be able to be a little bit more of a light of positivity in your life. Because I know there's just so much negativity out there, and it's just not the case. Like, life is not negative. Life's not a bad thing. Like, life can be a great, beautiful thing. And having a good woman in your life, I want to just clearly state this. Having a good woman in your life, it is worth more than all the money in the world. Okay? Because one thing I will say, when I was with David Bond, and I love David. David's a great guy. He really, his heart is really in the right place. We were talking, and he was like, chasing all these hoes and shit, because he did that. He chased hoes for like, he built his brand, was chasing all these hoes. And now he's settled down, and he's a little bit more chilled out. And he was like, all this shit, like followers, this and that. Like, David liberally blocks women, and I love that. And he was saying some things along the lines of like, all this shit doesn't matter. He's like, if you have a girl in your life, will she pick up the phone? If you call her, will she pick up the phone? Do you understand how valuable that is? I don't think you guys realize that, but like, having a woman that you can call her and be like, baby, I need your help. Like, not like, oh, I'm pathetic, but like, everybody needs help in this life. And if you could pick up the phone and be like, babe, I need help. Like, I need you to bail me out. I punched a guy in the face. I need you to call my lawyer. Or like, hey, you know what? I'm getting heart palpitations, or I'm having like a vertigo attack or whatever. And like, I need to go to the hospital and I can't get myself there. You need, it's good to have a homie, a dude that'll do that too. But when your woman is in love with you, no one's going to care for you more than she will. Nobody. Okay. And it's a valuable asset. And I think it really makes life more sweeter to live, in my opinion. And it's just more, I mean, if you're a success oriented guy, it is just far more financially, emotionally, calorically efficient to have one main girl and just build with her. I mean, people have been doing it since like, the dawn of civilization. So let's talk about this, right? Because when you have girls that are involved in like, quite, whoredom in modern day times now, it's just whoredom, it's bad business, bros. It's bad business. You got a girl out here posting her ass on Instagram, out here talking to a bunch of different dudes, all that shit. It's not beneficial, man. It's gonna cause you a lot of heartache. It's gonna cause you the most pain, man. The pain, the emotional pain, and the pain of losing time. Some of you guys aren't young enough to understand like what it feels like to have, the regret of time. Okay, you don't know that. All right, but that is a painful thing to experience. Okay. It is a painful experience. And you don't want to deal with that, man. You do not want to deal with that. So let's talk about this. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. And then all chats, you want to send chat, go ahead, knock it out. And then shout out to, one of my female clients, Milagros, right here. Look at her. When she started watching my channel, she's a smart woman too. She's smart. She has turned her entire life around. And this young woman she came to the channel. She wanted to learn about male nature. She wanted to learn from, high value man myself. And she was like, I'm husband oriented. And now look at that. She's got a picture, that smile on her face. She's got a baby. Look at her show right there. Folding clothes, happy as hell. My family is so beautiful. It wouldn't be possible without my man. Genuine desire is very important. Servitude is honor. If they're not telling you, if they're not doing it, she doesn't love you. Right there. Okay. And shout out to Black and White Rose. Fantastic meme there. MLD spit more wisdom than most evangelical pastors can ever hope to. Oh, if my mom's watching, you would warm her heart. My mom still to this day wants me to become a pastor, you know. But I am, I'm like a modern day pastor, just telling you guys to get it together at a high level, man. That's what I'm not going to tell you like, here's this secret text hack to like get all the girls, because it's just a lie. It's a lie and it's a scam. You got to level up. That's it. You got to become better. If you want something in life, you have to become the man who can attract it. Okay, period. Hold on, I feel sneeze coming on. All right, false alarm. All right. Anyways, let's go. Proverbs 31, chapter 10. A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth more than rubies. So right here, this is the key word right here. Noble character. Okay. Hold on. I gotta log in with my Facebook account. Can't dox my. Gotta log into my Bible Gateway account. You know you're a real G if you got a fucking Bible Gateway account. Oh, look at this. My old highlights are there. That is funny. My old highlights are there. All right, well, here we go. I've done this episode before, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. That's why I'm doing this, man. This is the content that is seriously going to educate you on how to choose a good woman. Because like some of you guys see like these girls on Instagram, half naked, shaking their ass, shaking their tits, doing whatever godless entertainment they think they're doing for fake internet points on Instagram. God in heaven save us all, man. A woman of noble character. She is worth far more than rubies. And that's the thing. You can't buy this kind of loyalty. Like, and if someone's loyalty is for sale, then it's not loyalty, you know? Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. That's a huge thing right here. Right here. Full confidence in her. All right. Think about that for a second. When you guys have been, dating bad women, and like you have that like relationship anxiety, like, is she cheating? If you feel like you need to like put a tracker, you need to like check her phone or check her locations or shit like that. Like, you're not with a good person for you. That's not a good match. If she makes you constantly feel unsafe in the relationship, then like that's just that worry you have in your mind is it's going to eat you up, and it's just valuable mental real estate that you could be using elsewhere to be building a business, to be going for that job interview, to go for that promotion, to really focus in the gym, or really focus on something else that matter. So when you have full confidence in your woman, like you can go to sleep and you're like, I know my woman is not out there in the streets. She's not out there getting bored and downloading Tinder just to keep her options open or see what's out there. When you have full confidence in your woman, dude, it's just like such a gigantic sigh of relief. That's what it is. It's a when you hug your woman, you had a long day, sometimes when I'm sitting here in my tail, I'll just hug my woman, put my head on her chest and be like, oh God, I'm so glad you're not a whore. I'm so glad I could just look over there. And I know you're probably just checking dog videos on Instagram. You know what I mean? That's a great woman to have in your life. This is a good one too. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life, right? Some of you guys got tangled up with some fucking Jezebel, some rancid evil woman who you broke up, and then she started like taking screenshots of your text messages and putting them in the group chat, making fun of you, going and having sex with some of your friends. Some of these women go have sex with family members of the guys to get back with them. That's not a good woman, and her destiny is ruined. That kind of person is a bad person. There is no room in your life for a toxic and negative individual, let alone your relationship partner. And that goes for the women watching too. Okay. There's none of that. And, you know, if you break up with you have a bad relationship or something goes wrong, timing's off, whatever, and you have a good woman, they're not going to block you. They're not going to go on like a tirade of tearing you down. They're not going to go on a smear campaign across the town, tearing your name down. They're not going to be out there posting your fucking dirty laundry on the internet. All these girls posting TikToks and, oh, let me tell you about my ex and he did this and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, and he has a small dick and he has this and he has that. Like, good women don't do that. They just don't. Okay. They really do not. Okay. Aaron's in the house. He says, taking screenshots of my private communications is mega disrespectful. Totally is. Totally is. Okay. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. Good women are not lazy, bro. Good women are women that work. Okay. Women that are not afraid to roll her sleeves up. And if the toilet blows up and there's shit water flowing into the house and you got to be like, babe, hold down this pipe. I got to fucking turn off the water reserve for the house. You know, she's in there. She's not sitting in the corner crying and freaking out and having a fucking anxiety attack. You know, if the kitchen gets burned down or something, she's in there helping you clean up. She's not there like, oh my God, this is disgusting. And like, I'm not dealing with liability, bro. You're dragging a liability around with you. Okay. She is like the merchant ships bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night and she provides food for her family and portions for her female servants, right? A good woman is a nurturing woman to all those around her, you know? It warms my heart when I date a girl and I see her, you know, because I always bring my guy friends over and, you know, when you're dating a girl, man, she loves you. Like she'll cook for everybody. She'll cook and women take pride and they take joy and women love to take care of other people. Women love it. That's why they take care of strangers. That's why they volunteer. That's why they do all these nice acts because it's in their feminine nature to be nurturing, to be caring, to be, you know, a bringer of joy and happiness and sustainability and, you know, bringing life to things, right? And women right now are being robbed of that. They're being robbed of that because they're facing a narrative that's like, get out there and be a boss bitch. Can you imagine that? Like calling yourself a boss bitch. Like what's the equivalent of bitch for men? Like jerk? Like imagine if dudes were like out here, like go out there and be an alpha jerk. And like that was the narrative. Like, hey guys, get out there and be alpha jerks. Get out there and be ruthless and be alpha jerks. Think about like how crazy it would sound. Okay. Think about that. Shout out to Wayne Smith. Wayne Smith is an OG. He's out here. I think Wayne said he's in his late 50s or 60s. And he says, listen to what he's saying, boys. Listen to the OGs, guys. Listen to the OGs. Yeah, think of the term dickhead, right? Get out there and be an alpha dickhead. Be a boss dickhead. Like, think about that. But these women, you know, that's why if you're a man and you have strong frame and you have strong game, you can give this woman a feeling of safety by providing boundaries for her in your relationship and, you know, giving her something to do, allowing her to take care of you, allowing her to do her feminine duty, which is like to be a loving, caring, nurturing individual. Okay. Verse 16 says she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard, which is like, you know, this is just saying that basically I'll highlight with green, you know, which is she's a faithful steward with her money. She has a good savings account. All the good girls that I've met, they're very frugal. They're very smart with their money. They invest their money. They look for ways to be good with money. They're not out here blowing money. Like when I hear a woman, it's like, I need a man that's going to give me like a $5,000 a month shopping allowance. These girls are always single. These girls are always single. They're always miserable, and they're on the Fresh and Fit podcast at like 2:00 in the morning.
She belongs to the streets.
No, absolutely not. Not on my watch, sister. No, thank you. Jesus Christ, man. God. Okay. She sets up about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. Like, and how many of you guys have a good mom or like, you know, you had a good woman in your life and like you were out doing your thing and you come home and your woman, her hair's like all fucking crazy and she's all sweaty and she has like the yellow gloves on, but the house is like spotless. The house is spotless. There's food on the table. The kitchen is immaculate. The laundry is done. The house smells clean. You know what I mean? Isn't that like for you guys that are lucky enough to experience that, it is the most wonderful thing in the world to come home to. And if you're a good man, right, what do you want to do as soon as you see this? You want to reward her. You want to be like, babe, this is the cleanest fucking house ever. Because humans need validation, bro. They need, like, women are not robots. That's one thing that makes me really sick about the whole little kind of red pill space and the whole, like, basically I'm a fucking idiot, but I have a YouTube channel talking about shit I don't know space, is like, they just think women are robots. Like, oh, I'm a millionaire, so therefore whatever feelings and objections you have as an individual human are invalid because I outrank you in this. Like, no, bro. In today's climate, like, if a woman is not getting her needs met, you're not giving her what she needs, which is comfort, validation, reassurance, she will find it elsewhere. It may not be long term, but humans seek out what they need, bro, and they will find it, you know? But when you have like a good, hardworking woman in your life, man, it is seriously an amazing thing. But they don't just they don't give it out to anybody, okay? They don't just give it out to anybody. They give it to a man they deem worthy. And you have it in you. If you're watching content like this and you care to make your life better, you are worthy. You have what it takes. It is the easiest time in human history to become a high value man. I know a lot of guys cry and they're like, oh, I'm black pill about this because not every guy can become a high value man. No, not everybody can. You know why? Because not everybody wants to do the work. Not everybody wants to take the personal accountability for the state of their life and make the change that is necessary. But if you do, I say it all the time, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. There's so many women out there. There's so much money out there. There's so much opportunity out there, but it is hidden behind hard work. It is hidden behind accountability. It is hidden behind getting mentorship. It is hidden behind joining the community and finding brothers like you who want to level up. Okay? In her hands, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. Like, you know, I always tell, and this is my mom does this often, and I kind of yell at her, but I'm like, whatever. She's just her female nature. But like, my mom just like always gives food and money to homeless people. And she's like, I don't know. I just care. I'm like, Mom, this guy's addicted to drugs. Like, fuck that guy. She's like, no, I can't do it. And I'm like, all right, Mom, whatever. Go. Just fucking, I'm in the car with the gun. If he moves any suddenly though, I'm going to fucking 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Like, don't fucking ruin, don't mess with mama. All right. Don't mess with mama. But she can't help herself. She's always helping people out. That's just like, it's just like, look at the great women of this world, like Mother Teresa. Don't you guys remember? You guys are probably not old enough to remember. Like Mother Teresa used to be the role model. Mother Teresa, Princess Diana. These used to be the role model for women. Now it's like Cardi B, who like drugs men and robs them. Lizzo, who is ginormous and telling women, yeah, it's okay to be gigantic and ruin your health. And if men don't like you because your vagina smells sweaty and fishy because you're fucking 300 pounds, that's the man's probably gay or some kind of disparaging remark. Okay. The women have fallen from an all-time high, man. I mean, so have men too, but good women, they do this right here. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. You know, and that's another thing. Like my brother's wife is just an amazing mother. She's just an amazing mother. She's never worked the job. She doesn't want to go to college, none of that. She's doing the most important job in the world, which is raising 3 children. And she's an amazing mother. She's not out here being a fucking hoe. She doesn't fucking out here on Instagram twerking or any shit like that. You know, she's an amazing woman. And I just see these kids, and I always like fucking old man MLD. I sit my nieces and my 2 nephews, and my niece, she's still like a baby. She's like 3 or 4. But I'm like, you guys don't understand. Your parents are amazing. And they're like, they don't get it because they're like, you know, they're like 8 and like, how old is he now? Oh my God, he's They're 8 and 11. They're 11, 8, 3. And I talked to the boys, they're 11 and 8. And I'm like, your father is amazing. Your mother is amazing. And they're like, thanks, Uncle John. Like, are you going to buy us lightsabers for Christmas? You know, they don't get it yet. But I'm just like, always tell them, like, you have an amazing mother. You have an amazing father. You don't get it. And like that too, like the greatest thing that is a green light for you when you're dating a woman, if you can look at this woman and be like, would she be a good mother? You know, if she's neglecting you, she's going to neglect the kids, bro. If she's neglecting herself, she's going to neglect the kids. Right now, something happens in women. Something clicks when they have children. I can't explain it. Women can explain it because they live it the most. But I understand when they say, like, once a woman has a child, she's like, fuck everything. Like, my kid is number one. And like these women will like fucking fight and die and kill for their children. Right. And like they will. That's why I say, you know, the number one rule of the jungle is don't get between a lioness and her cub. You know, and right here when it says she has no fear for her household because all of them are clothed in scarlet. Scarlet is something that keeps you warm in winter. And she makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. Okay. They do their best to take care of their family, to take care of their tribe, right? Because it's a team effort. When you come together and you have a family, you have a mother, you have a father, you know, they are a economical unit that is based around the well-being of the children. And I think, you know, and it breaks my heart when I see these women out here, you know, like advocating for abortion and like, you know, rallying, like, we got to kill these kids inside of us and shit. Like, I get it. Your body, your choice. But also the trauma that comes with that is a lot, bro. I've met women, I've met white women, I've met Japanese women, I've met tons of women that have like had an abortion. And then like years down the road, they're just like still crying about it, still like extremely traumatized about this. And I don't know. I just see I just it's very sad to see them like marching in the streets and like adamant, like, I need to kill my baby. Just like, all right, fucking psychopath, go, like, be irresponsible. But that kind of woman is like, no. John, do you have a Bitcoin wallet? I do have a Bitcoin wallet. Should I drop the address in the chat? You can send me some Bitcoin. Hell, fucking prices took a dump right now. Here, I'll pull it up for you. If you want to send a Bitcoin donation, sure. This is my good friend Sean. He's a great guy. Really glad to meet him. I will put this in the chat right now for you. And if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to know, just, you know, shoot a super chat, send a donation. Yesterday, people couldn't send a donation for some reason, by the way. They couldn't send a super chat. I don't know what was going on, but I mean, are we really surprised at this point? There is the Bitcoin address right there. If you want to send me Bitcoin dono, by all means, knock yourself out. But having a good you know, having a good chick, man, it's just good. That's Segwit, by the way. If you want to send that, okay. But yeah, that's the Bitcoin address right there. Just let me know when it goes through. Yeah, man. That, and it's good when you have a good woman. They truly care about you. They care about the kids. And it's just, like I said, it's just in this world where everybody's so vicious and so ready to tear everybody apart, where there's like virtually no more common decency. Nobody thinks about the other guy anymore. You know, everybody's just out for me. And then they wonder why we have a loneliness epidemic. They wonder why people can't meet each other. But everybody, like, you know, everybody calling everybody narcissist. You're all fucking narcissists. The culture is massively narcissistic, right? But everything you want in life is going to come from another human. So just be in your best interest to be on as good a relationship and be as much of a valuable person to as many people as possible. And that way, when you over deliver value, some people, you know, as a giver, a lot of people are going to take advantage of you. But also, you're going to get that 1 out of 10 person that's going to give back, you know. Verse 23, her husband is respected at the city gate, right? Bro, there's so many women out here bringing shame to their family, bringing shame to their husband, bringing shame to their entire family. You know, people airing out laundry on social media, you know, people going, you know, trying to like look at, no offense, but like, you know, the whole situation with Destiny. Like, I feel bad for Destiny, bro. Destiny is just he's getting his right now. I mean, everybody on the internet is ripping that dude apart. You know, and it's because, you know, you wifed up a hoe. You wifed up. I mean, you wifed up a bottom feeding low class woman, and then, you know, if you lay down with a pig, don't be surprised if you get covered in mud. You could put lipstick on a pig, but at the end of the day, it's still a pig. Shout out to King Dre, who taught me that. He taught me King Dre really elevated my level to a whole new level, man. He's a great guy through and through too, man. He is a great guy through and through. But you know, that's what I'm saying. When you think like you can control these women, you can make a hoe out of a housewife and shit. You can't. You cannot. Okay. You cannot. Okay. Shout out to you, Sean. Just send me the donut. Let's see. Let me see. When was this? Okay, it's probably still coming through right now. But appreciate you, man. Appreciate you big time, G. I'll shout you out when the amount comes through. But yeah, let's continue on here. She makes linen garments and sells them and supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. Okay. You know, and that's another thing that I think that is really overlooked. Let's look up the word dignity real quick. I want to pull it up on here. Okay. And dignity is something you need to have as a man, and your woman needs to have as well. Right here. Dignity, the state or quality of being worthy of respect or honor. Okay. Dignity. If you're not with a dignified woman, you're going to bring shame upon yourself, and you're going to bring trouble, because if dignity is a high level of self-respect, right? And if you don't have self-respect, you're not going to respect other people. And being with a woman with dignity, like, she understands that her actions are beyond her, right? That's why right now there's a lot of undignified women out here in these streets, and you know, they're out here selling their body for $5.99 on OnlyFans, and they're just thinking short term, and they're not really thinking long term. They're not really thinking of the bigger picture in things. And so the dignity also comes with dating a woman. This is a big hack right here. This is like an actual hack. You got to date a woman with something to lose. You got to date a woman that when I say has something to do, like she cares about her reputation. She cares about what her family thinks about her. She has a decent job. She's worked hard for something. If you don't date a woman who has something to lose, like, she has the ability to go feral. She has the ability to, like, you know, she has nothing to lose, so she'll act crazy. She'll talk crazy. She'll do crazy shit that'll, like, get you fucking in trouble with the law, or, you know, she'll try to sabotage you, or, you know, like, when you have nothing to lose, you act reckless. When you act reckless, you're a liability. When you're a liability, nobody wants you around, bro. Okay? Nobody wants you around. Okay? It's just being a liability is the worst thing you could do for yourself in this life. Like, it's just no. So have some dignity, have something to lose, you know, have some self-respect. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue, right? And that's good too. Like, you know, there I think a lot of people like badmouth women, but I've gotten a lot of wisdom from women. Like, there's a certain amount of data that you can only get in this life as being a woman. Like, there's a good amount of wisdom. You know, my mom is a very wise individual, She's very wise. She's very insightful, you know, and she's great. And the the special woman in my life, very wise person as well. Okay. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. You see this shit right here? The bread of idleness. The lazy women, bro. A lazy human in itself is a liability. But if you're saddled up with a lazy woman, okay, liability, bro. You want to date a girl that's a hardworking individual. You want to date a woman that comes from a family that that taught her the value of working hard. Okay, hard work is good for all humans. Okay, she watches over the affairs of her house, like like I'm not gonna air him out, but there's somebody I used to be associated with. I would go to his house, and then the house was a fucking mess. It was a disaster. It looked like a fucking hurricane hit, and then a tornado, and then a tsunami right after it. The house was disgusting. I opened the refrigerator, and it was just jam packed with just trash, old bottles of like barbecue sauce and old fucking cheese with mold on it. There were dishes in the sink. The fucking dogs running all over the place, And this is in Japan too. And I was just like, oh, bro, what is going on in this nasty ass house, dude? The toilet had that fucking brown like layer of like shit and nastiness all over it. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking throw up right now thinking about that shit. Oh my god, disgusting, fucking sucia. No, man. Oh my god, it is a shame, bro. If you live in a house and your house is a total fucking mess, right? I get it if you have kids and these kids are like running around the house and destroying everything at all times. But even then, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just like I view a household as a woman's responsibility, and I get it. Like, oh, we're a dual income household, and sure, whatever, bro, whatever. I don't care. Women clean better than men. Women maintain the cleanliness of a house better than men, for the most part, if they actually give a shit. But when I come up in a dude's house and I see this, I'm like, bro, you need to get your fucking house in order, bro. Like, your woman is she's in charge of this shit. And a good woman won't let the house get to that. Like, good women, when they come over, let me tell you something, bro. Okay. When a good woman comes over to your house and you're sleeping with her and she likes you and your house is untidy, like, she's gonna get like anxiety. She's like, can I clean? She's like, can I clean this up? Like, that's like a good woman, truly in tune with her feminine nature. Like, they have like this phenomenal nesting instinct about them. And if she loves you, like, she's gonna want the best for you. And like, women will just like look around and be like, okay, this is unfolded, like the trash needs to be taken out, like the sink is disgusting, bro. I was dating a girl one time. She was so amazing. She like, there was nothing to do in the house, and I left to go run some errands. I came back. She's like, I was a little bored, so I've just found all your white shirts, and I bleached the collars to make sure like the yellow and like the little brown and yellow sweat marks that come from them. Like, she's like, I bleached them all and they're all good now. I was just like, I love you. I love you so much. Like, let's just go whatever restaurant you want to go to. Let's go. Like, I'll take you out. I'll treat you. I'll spend time with you. Thank you so much. And as a good man, that's what you want to do with your woman. When there's good behavior, you want to reward it. Okay. You want to be in like a positive reinforcement relationship, because you as a man, you are the leader of the relationship. I don't give a fuck what some liberal shithead says, or some 50-50 relationship. Yeah. How's that working out for all those cocksuckers that are embracing that? Not working out pretty well. Not working out pretty well. Okay. So, a good woman is, it's just, if they love you and they're down for you, they will clean, they will take care of you. Like, it's just in their nature. It's just how they are. Okay. So let's go back to this here. her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, he praises her. And like, yeah, like a good woman, like everybody loves mom. When they're a good mom, everybody, the family loves her. They like get around and celebrate fucking, they sing her praises. And as they should, man, you know, um, it's just phenomenal to have that kind of that asset in your life. And, and again, but this is not given to anybody. Okay. This is not given to anybody. Like, you have to become a man who, one, knows how to identify this kind of woman, and two, be a man that is worthy of this. You know what I mean? Worthy of receiving these, the love and affection and care from this kind of woman. Like, these kind of women don't give it to anybody. They have that kind of built-in loser detector, and it's you don't want to be missing out on this. In my opinion, you literally, you do not want to be missing out on this fucking kind of woman, because it is seriously, it is the spice of life. It is phenomenal. Okay. It is truly phenomenal. And I mean, the value that is just the value that's out there of everything this kind of woman brings to the table. Like, you have to be able to identify this kind of woman too, because this woman is probably not out there with big fake tits and fucking her ass out on Instagram or in a nightclub or anything like that. Okay. And that leads down to this one, right? Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. And then right here, charm is deceptive, beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. And when we say this thing, a woman who fears the Lord is just like a woman with a moral compass, a woman who like just has morality, a woman who has like a code of conduct that she abides by, right? Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. And when you like get with a good woman and she ages, like, they age gracefully, and this sounds like Disney, but like, her character shines through. Like, you start loving her for the human being that she is. Okay. And these women are rare, man. These women are rare, but they're out there. Okay. So that's a huge part that I think a lot of guys are because we're in this crazy, like, let's fuck hot girls only culture, but it just doesn't work out like that at all. Okay. Honor her for all her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. You want a good woman. You want a woman that's so good that, like, your friend's like, damn, bro, your woman is the shit. Your woman is amazing. And look, and the bottom line is this: like, in order to get this, it's a 2-part stage. Like, stage 1 is like, you have to be able to be the man to attract this kind of woman, because these women just don't saddle up with anybody. And 2, you have to be able to understand how to lead her and guide her in the relationship, because your foot is never off the gas as a man. You always got something to do. There's always something you need to do as a man. Okay. And so it's a lifelong path you have to walk. Okay. It's a lifelong path you have to walk. And it's I'm telling you guys, it is hard as it may be think, like, trying to understand game. And game isn't like you're like saying magic words to like fuck sluts. Like, game is like understanding the human mating and dating and courting process, and then maintaining that relationship. That's what's rewarding. Having someone that's got your back, having that woman that would, like, that's there for you, that'll hold you down, that's going to love you thick and thin, and you can get that, but you're not going to get that hiding on the internet, being afraid of women, being afraid of talking to women, being afraid of approaching women. Okay. And the reason you have that fear is because it's a lack of understanding. But you can do this. If your forefathers were able to procreate and make you too can do it. You can learn these things. In today's day and age, there's so much information, there's so much data out there for you to become, literally, quite frankly, almost anything you want to do. Okay. So that's it. It is a short and sweet Red Pill Sunday sermon. I already delivered 2 hours of coaching with my private coaching guys as well. Don't forget, guys, one more time, on December 28th, we're locking and loading with the Masculine Empowerment Network, which is paired up with Body Language Mastery. So if you're not on the waiting list and you want to learn how to be able to identify good women, this course is for you. This community is for you. Remember, it is a live interaction. It is a live interaction. So go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com, get on the waiting list, scan the QR code, do whatever it takes, but let's end 2023 strong and let's start 2024 even stronger. I have gotten results for thousands of men, and you will be no different. We will get results for you. Until then, I'll be back here tomorrow because I'm live streaming every single day, and we may do a whatever podcast, companion broadcast, because they're live right now, and I'll think about it. But keep an eye on the channel. Most likely going to do it. Till then, peace out.